cuties, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hey. If you're not, welcome back to me. We're in Detroit. We're going to a battle rap event. And yeah. I'm not gonna hold you. I used to watch battle rap, and like I think I told you this. I used to watch it in high school. And I told myself, I was like, I don't know how, but I'm gonna be on a battle rap stage. Not battling, just there being a pretty face. I told myself that, and mind you, this was high school. It is 2:23 right now. The event starts at 3. I'm hoping to get there by 3:30. I might miss the first. I don't think I'll miss the first round because I'm hoping they're 3 rounders and not 1 rounders. If they're 1 rounders, I'm definitely gonna miss. Kind of, sort of. Hopefully they run on black people time with me. But let me show y'all my hotel room. I'm just kidding. Okay, boom, and then surprise. Let me stop. Okay, boom. Okay, let me show y'all my hotel room. Let me turn on the light. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, so boom. Nothing too crazy. We're right by the airport. So, yeah. So this is the overall hotel room. Yo. You got your closet wall. I went to the store. I was looking for 368. I couldn't find 368 nowhere because 368, y'all sold it out. Don't piss me off. So now, obviously, I didn't want to take the other shade because I can't bring my whole makeup. Like with the Essence, since I bought the wrong shade, I know how to color correct it with the products that I have. But because I was packing light, I had like a duffel bag. And I'm only coming for the weekend. Like it's literally a weekend at that point. So all they had was 330, and I was pissy, and I was like, okay, I guess we don't. Girl, I took it because I was like, whatever. I just need a shade that's fairly close, and 370 looked like she's close enough to 368. That's not scrub, y'all see that. Anyways, I don't really like pink like that. Y'all, I literally woke up one morning and boom, I started liking pink. Actually, it wasn't really one morning. I was in this college readiness program. And we would go toward colleges and stuff. So one summer they had us they would make us wear matching shirts when we would toward colleges. We went to Harvard. No, I didn't go to Harvard with them. Did I go to Harvard with them? It was it wasn't with them. It was with somebody else. But that's what I'm saying. MIT. I went to MIT with them. So MIT, Harvard, a bunch of various other colleges. This, that, and the other. So what was this even going? Oh, so yeah, they gave us a pink t-shirt. Mind you, I used to like blue. They gave us a pink t-shirt, and I just kept getting compliments in the pink. So I promise you, I don't like pink. I don't. And a lot of times when I buy stuff, and I start looking around in my room, how did all this pink get here? I don't remember. And it's 2:32. Yeah, man. Okay, cool. So boom, that's from etiquette. Obviously, this is your hand towel. You get multiple. Like you can ask for more too, so you get like multiple towels, right? They don't just give you one. Typically, they give you like 2. So, I use one for hands because like when I wash my hands, dry my hands, wipe it, or whatever the case may be. And the other, if I don't have a shower wash, if I forget mine, I will use the smaller one as something to shower with because like I forgot it, but I try not to forget it because I don't like using towels to wash my skin. I like using like body scrubs. I have this one. I have the African one, like the netted one. I have all types of scrubs, but I like the coarseness to it. It makes me feel a little more clean. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so when you're done using your towels, right? Usually, because obviously service cuts to clean. So when you're done using your towels, don't have them all over your room. Yes, their job is to clean, but don't be disrespectful. Like some people will be acting. Actually, let me talk and do this. Let me feel like I had so much go. I had to mix my setting sprays all together, my setting and fixing sprays, because they couldn't fit in my travel size makeup bag. Before Pastor Star brought the glitter from setting spray back, I bought that other one. I forgot who it's from. And it didn't give as much glitter as I wanted it to. All in all in stuff, I mixed that all together, and I don't think the glitter likes whatever product I mixed with it, so the glitter got stuck. See? I don't know if I can really see it. So like the bottle looks brown, but that's because like the glitter chunks are just stuck on the bottle. If I knew it was gonna do that, do you think I would have put the glitter in it? No. I woke up took out my makeup and shabam. She's looking at me. I'm looking at her. This is not what you was looking like when I concocted you and mixed you together. You are. Don't put your towels all over. Like, these people's job is to clean, but like, don't be rude. It's just like, think about if you like think about when you work a 9 to 5, right? Some days you don't want to clock into work and you're just not in the mood. So when it comes down to it, don't put your towel all over. The typical rule is to put your towel bunched up together, either in the bathroom or outside the bathroom, somewhere on like the tile floor. Don't put it on the carpet. That's nasty. How would you put a wet towel on the carpet? Water and carpet doesn't mix together. Thanks, Mark. Anyway, so boom, all in all, this towel is already used. I'm gonna wash my hand one last time. My room service lady, because I told her to come back, she came back and all I'm doing to get ready. So obviously I couldn't allow her to clean. I could have gave her the towels, but then I was talking to you like, how can I show y'all what I want to show y'all if I give her the dirty towels? I won't be able to. So I just told her never mind. When you take a shower, right? You need to put the medium-sized towel on the bathroom floor. You see that? That's for you to step on. Do not take your wet feet, your soggy wet feet, and walk around these people's hotel room. Yes, it's your hotel, obviously, because like you pay for the night or how many other nights you're there. But at the same time, like, do you want to step in your wet puddles? I don't think you want to step in your wet puddles. You don't want to do that. So don't do that. So put it on the floor so you have something to step on when you get out the shower. Secondly, you're going to take the other medium, because there should be 2 medium towels. Take the other medium towel, put it in the bathroom floor. You see that? Yes. Yes. Yes, they're supposed to clean the bathroom. Like I said, people get tired. So you have to account for that when you're in public areas. You know what I mean? And since I'm done like using it next to the trash can, like in between the toilet, this is what I do though. You don't have to do it. But like usually I'll put it next to the toilet, not in like a corner where it looks like it's hiding, but I'll put it like in front of the door. That way it's easier for them to just pick up and go. They're not just cleaning your room. You get what I'm saying? Like they're cleaning multiple people's rooms. It's just 2:34 and it's 20 minutes to get there. I might be there for. Oh my gosh, hopefully they run no black people time with me, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of battles, so they started. I knew I wasn't crazy because growing up, I don't remember compliment battles being a thing. Like at least I don't remember watching it. But last time I was on YouTube, because like when I'm working, speaking of working, I showed y'all how to use the description on YouTube because I'm gonna be telling y'all to go check the description a lot, okay? Yeah, so I was watching this compliments battle. I truly, genuinely enjoyed it. Chef's kisses. Whose idea was that? Brilliant. You're a visionary, ahead of your time. The problem is this toilet's here. Why are you here? No, just kidding. Y'all, I should have just packed. I like to pre-pack my bag. So if I do end up going out, because like when I go out a lot of the times, it kind of be unexpected. I just go with the flow. So if I do go out after the event and I come to the hotel late, I can just grab my stuff and go. That's what I like to do. It makes things easier. Do I have a t-shirt line? Obviously, I'm not wearing my t-shirt. I'm so sorry. I mean, when you go on my Instagram, you see the t-shirt. So go in the description and go shop. I triple dog these people to send me the cease and desist because I will take their cease and desist, wipe my ass with it, right? And then I will send them a kind letter right there. And I'm going to educate their lawyers that should already be educated. How are you a $1 billion corporation? You look at the top of the best, not lawyer. And your lawyer don't know shit about shit. If I, a regular civilian, got to educate your lawyer, you need to go find a new lawyer. There's a method to the madness. Yeah. And mind you, like, there's no malice behind what I do. Y'all don't be knowing on the loopholes. When I had first started doing my graphic design, well, when I first started, the whole thing was like a complete shit show because I had like this trust system to do the work before payment to realize that wasn't going to work. Then people be upset when I don't want to work with them again. Why do you think I would want to work with you again? Like my experience with you was never great to begin with. And I think people be thinking, and I think it's because I'm a girl, my numbers are adequate to my brand itself. All due respect, believe it or not, I took several business classes. I've read several business books, and I've been in the room with those people who wrote the books. You reading the books, I've been in the room with them. We are not the same. Not to lick my coochie, but facts are the facts. Like, I don't like when people try to tell me about what I got going on when they're not even knowledgeable about nothing. I took a business class 4 times. It was either 3 or 4. After I graduated from college, I went back to college and then I took the course 4 times. Actually, it was 4 in total because I took it when I went to NDSU. I took an entrepreneurship class at NDSU, and then I didn't really understand the concept. So then after I graduated, I took more business classes, and then I repeated the class 3 times. Not because I failed, because I didn't fully understand the concept. Not all the concepts, but lots of times, like if I didn't understand it, I would retake the class. I would keep taking it until it clicked. I was behind, not behind, but I was in rooms with people who, when I took the business class, I was in rooms with people who were already well established. There's no point of speaking eloquently when your audience doesn't understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't blessed to be a billionaire growing up. I didn't come from the coochie of a billionaire lady. So when it comes down to it, like, I had to go get it out the mud myself. I can't just pay somebody to do it because I don't know it. You know, rich people do it. When they don't understand the concept, they go pay somebody else to do it. And they can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't just do that. So I had to get it out the mud. That's how I was like, I'm well equipped and well rounded for a lot of stuff because I went and got it done myself. And then I've come to realize people don't read contracts. People don't read period. I had someone who assumed that I didn't know shit about shit. You know what I'm saying? Tell me my prices was too high. Don't get me wrong. In the world of business, you have to be able to take criticism. But at the end of the day, I know criticism when I see it. I know criticism. He thought that I knew nothing. And you let him think you know nothing? Yes. Because why? Like me, I don't claim to know everything. All I know, all in itself, mind you, he didn't know where I was going with my business. He didn't know that I take business classes. He didn't know like this wasn't my first rodeo when it came down to the idea. And when I took those business classes, I'm not gonna hold you. My teachers probably thought I was a little like secretive. It was like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Because like I would do hypotheticals and I would talk. Like other people, they would mention their business and be like, "Hey, so this is my business, it's that and other, blase, 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 blase," and then they would ask about details about their business. Me, on the other hand, I didn't do that because, like, I, prior to going to this business class, had a business idea when I first came back to Minnesota, right? So when I first came back to Minnesota, um, I was leaving college, so like I told you, when I first came back to Minnesota, I didn't really know anybody because prior to leaving, I wasn't really out like that. I was never an outside girl. I stayed home 24/9. So nobody really like people. The city's familiar to me because I went to school with people. People are family of family. You know what I'm saying? Like I know the city, but I don't really know the city. You know what I'm saying? So coming back, it was just a matter of like, okay, cool. This is what I'm gonna do. Went to this individual. I wouldn't really say it was a pitch. I wouldn't say it was a pitch, but told him the business concept, where we were going with this. I said, this is what we would typically make because of the business. It wasn't one of those like guarantee ordeals. It was based on consumerism. So if things go well, we could be making this much money. When it comes down to maintenance, I will cover maintenance, this, that, and the other. This is what you would get from it because obviously this is going to be in your establishment. This, that, and the other, blase, 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 blase. Then he proceeds to tell me that my business idea that I had wasn't going to work. And this is the shit that be frustrated me. Because it's not, you know what I'm saying? I told you this before. It's not the fact that you tell me it's not going to work. And I take offense to it because it's like plagiarism. Like I have been criticized before. I don't care about critiquing. I don't care about that. But that backhanded stuff, I don't like that. So I go ahead, I tell him, you know what I'm saying? He spoke about something, yeah, great idea, but no, I don't think so. This thing, other, blase, 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 blase. I don't remember why I went over there again. I think I was doing a favor for my mom. Mind you, he was cheating on his wife. There was rumor had it that he was cheating on his wife. Me being me, he was older than me. I stayed in a child's place because that's not my business. But later on, somebody had made mention that they can't, this businessman had told me that he can't trust or get into business with anybody that cheats on their spouse because that speaks on their level of character. So, boom, this was my first crash course on like thievery in the business world. So, boom, I go ahead and I go back over there because I think my mom had asked me to go do something and it required me to go over to his establishment, right, to get it done. Why did I see the thing that I told him about in his establishment? I was pissed clean the fuck off. I was in my business class. Like, my professor was like, girl, I can't really help you. Because it was a topic I needed help on. And my professor was like, I can't help you. I don't understand what's really going on. You keep talking to hypotheticals. I'm not really understanding what you're talking about right now. So I had to like share with her. But that was me sharing in the hopes that she wasn't going to run with my business idea. And I've had a lot of business ideas. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even executed all of them yet. How did the story end with the dude who stole my idea? He, the idea that I gave him ended up collapsing right in front of his face because when I brought the proposition to him, I told him about it, but I didn't tell him everything. Why would I stay here and go to you and tell you everything there is to know about everything? I'm not a dummy. I just don't know too many people that crossed me with done like grimy stuff who made it far in life. So I said all that to say this. I have to be comfortable with sharing my ideas with this lady and trust her. So when it comes down to it, I don't listen to what people have to say because you don't even understand the bigger picture. If you think what I'm doing right now is the end all be all, it doesn't get no greater than this. You shouldn't be thinking. Thinking is not good for you. I know who to reach out to when I have questions. I know who can direct me to who. Why the hell would I listen to you? You know how many times people told me I shouldn't be doing stuff and yet still I didn't? Remember, boom, when I stopped working, everybody wanted me to get back to the work market. I took that into consideration. I applied to jobs, and mind you, I have never been denied for a job before in my life. And here I was being turned away from corporations. Like they were like, no, we don't want you, we don't want you. And I just thought that was so strange to me. I kind of was sad. But then I realized there's a bigger picture. I don't think I'm supposed to be working. I think the Lord is trying to tell me something. So all in all, I had a lot of people who didn't expect me to continue doing content at all. Now look at me now, working with corporations and brands. All of that said to say, sometimes you just gotta tune everybody out and focus on you. Focus on you, the bigger picture, and what you got going on. Because a lot of the time, these people that be acting like they know it all don't know shit about shit. In order to be at Sam's Club, you need a membership, right? Which is my subscription. That's what I'm saying. People don't be reading. And if you notice, when you go on my website, you can't just set up an appointment. You have to request an appointment. Why? Because I don't intend on working with everybody. Do yourself a favor, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like the Sam's Club for graphic design. You really don't get the bang for your buck until you start buying in bulk, right? When you check the prices of Sam's Club and you go to Walmart, you don't get a bang for your buck until you start buying in bulk. The subscription is yearly. Let's say you want to halfway through the year, you want to cancel your subscription, you can cancel it. And we can talk about a possible refund. And if you read the contract, you would notice that. A lot of y'all didn't pass math. That's why y'all don't understand when you're getting a good deal. If you can afford to come to me, you can. And even then, I have to want to work with you, all due respect. That's what I'm saying. You all aren't corporations. You all aren't well-established businesses. It's not beneficial to you to come over here. You can. Next time comes, you write it off as marketing. Do you get what I'm saying? Are you spending more with the competitor? Probably. Probably. It would be very beneficial. You know what I'm saying? It's simple math. How much do you get charged a flyer? So if you get charged $40, we'll say $40. You get charged $40 a flyer, right? Let's say you get charged. Let's say you get 5 flyers in a month. 40 times 5, right? You get the total. Then you times that by 12. That shows you how much you're spending on flyers in a year. Compare my price with your price that you spend in a year. Is it beneficial for you to be over here? Type stuff. Mind you, I do several other things in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I have other things that I do. So yes, I can charge uppity prices because I have other stuff that I do. I have time, but I don't really have time. So if you want me to make time, I will make time, including the fees that come with the processing fees. There's a lot of back fees. I'm not really one to listen to people who don't. If I don't think you know what you're talking about, I'm not going to listen to you. I don't tell people to their face like, "Well, I think you would dummy." Everybody who has screwed me over when I first started my business or attempted to screw me over, they always somehow seem to circle back. Promise you, be sliding DMs, asking for assistance. I can't help you. Let me hold your hand tight when I say this. I don't want to help you, nor will I help you. All money ain't good money, and I don't need your money. Have a great day. You hear what I'm saying? And I can do that because this is my establishment. I don't work for anybody. I work for myself. Okay? Cool. All in the south. That's what I'm saying. The shit that I'm doing really is just the beginning. Like y'all don't see the bigger picture because it's not enough for you to see the bigger picture because I'm not done with the picture. Every year I do intend on giving discounts to graduates because graduating, I think education is important and I want to help graduates out to a degree. Cause I'm not gonna hold y'all. Graduation time came and I was looking at some of them kids' flyers, and that's nasty. That is nasty work. Who did that for you? They did terrible. With all due respect, the majority of the times, the stuff that I posted is just me experimenting with the different software that I've downloaded, seeing if I like it, what I don't like. I was trying to do an advertisement. I forgot what title they gave me. It was like Christian or something like that, which I can't pronounce. They couldn't make my life dependent on it. And I never asked them for the pronunciation. I never really asked them, but at the same time, you're dumb. So like, I don't like how fuzzy it looks, but that's because I'm using a comb. I don't have a brush. So when I had did they stuff, I used to do OOTDs. Like I would do outfit inspirations and I would post it on Pinterest, right? But you ain't know about that brand. And that's my thing. I'm not a dummy. I know when I have influenced people. You know what I'm saying? I know when people are biting off my shit. I just don't feel like hooping and hollering and doing all that back and forth shit about some shit. If I have done it once, I can do it again. That's just how I feel these days. It used to bother me when people were biting off my shit. It used to bother me so bad. Because why is y'all biting off my shit? No, I don't really be caring. I mean, I do care, but at the end of the day, like, I got bigger fish to fry. So I can't sit and revolve my energy around this. I let motherfuckers take credit, like, oh yeah, I put you onto this brand. No, the fuck you didn't. Nobody was wearing this shit until I did that Pinterest OOTD and put that. I'm not gonna tell y'all the item, but after I did the Pinterest OOTD, you probably saw it. People go on Pinterest for inspiration all the time. You bought the item and started wearing it. Did I wear the item? No. However, you didn't know about the brand. None of y'all really knew about the brand. I stopped with that corporation because I wasn't seeing enough profit margin for me to continue creating these outfits. So last time we went out, we went to Giddy. As you can tell, girl, I am a paraplegic. Why in the world was a bee chasing me? Oh my gosh, that pissed me clean off. You ever seen a crip running before? And I couldn't go to Giddy Fest because I had the boot on around the same, like Giddy Fest happened. Mind you, I was going to go to Giddy Fest, but couldn't go. You know what I'm saying? Be walking around with this fresh injury. If it was somebody healed good enough, I would have went. But it was still, she was still freshly injured, so I wasn't going to go over there. I went to Giddy this last time we talked. I don't think he could keep up with me drinking. He was already complaining about the first shot, but he wouldn't be complaining for it. It was very much giving private event. And I say it was giving private event because like your it was well, I don't think it was like the next day, but like I remember talking to some people and they was like, "What did you do like Thursday or something like that? Like, what did you do this past week?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I was at Giddy on Thursday." And they was like, "You was at Giddy? Giddy was open?" And it was very much given. Not too many people knew about it. This is a private event. That's what it was giving. But did have a good time. Most definitely had a good time. And then to top four, DeVito was in town that same week too, because I was Liberian Independence Day week, right? So DeVito was in town that same week. And y'all, was y'all want to see DeVito or was y'all coming to see me? It was very much given we want to go see you. Say this because like every single time people were asking me like, "Oh, are you gonna go see DeVito? Are you gonna go see DeVito?" I was like, "No, I didn't get the tickets in time." You know what I'm saying? My thing was like, "Why do y'all want me to be at the concert? Are y'all gonna go see DeVito or are y'all coming to see me?" Girl, it's not my concert. I'm not the artist performing. I mean, but I could. Okay. This dude invited me out to go see DeVito, but yeah, he was so drunk he couldn't keep track of like what time. He gave me three different times on when we would link the day of the concert. The day of the concert, I knew the liquor was talking to him. Cause sir, stick with me right now. I need you to stick with me. And I had told him I wasn't busy that day, but unfortunately I lied. I didn't lie purposefully. Thought I'd be able to go see the Rita because he asked me like, "What are you doing that day?" And to me, I wasn't doing anything, right? So I thought, your I had a meeting that day on my calendar and I had forgot about it. So when he had asked me, obviously I was thinking mentally. I don't think I had anything planned, right? I think anybody and everybody knows me by now. Like, bitch, if she says she coming, she gonna come. She just be running late. I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, if she says she coming, she gonna come. She just be running late. Did I already put this one? I did. Why do I keep forgetting what I've already done? Well, at this point, throw me away. So, what was I saying again? Meeting. So I had a meeting. The meeting ended at 5. I could have still got ready for the concert, but I didn't know what to wear. So then I was like, if my people don't hit me up, I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hit me up, which I ain't going, you better follow up with me. You know what I'm saying? So I already didn't know what I was gonna wear. You really kind of did me a favor because, like, I told myself, I was like, if motherfuckers hit me up, then I kind of have to go. So I really have to figure out an outfit. But if they don't hit me up, I'm cool. I'm in the clear. Motherfuckers didn't hit me up. I'm cool. I'm in the clear. One thing about me, I really don't be caring. I'm not one of those people. I really don't be caring because I be stressed as it is already. I be having a lot of clothes in my closet, but yet still I don't know what to wear and I don't have outfits. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people. Didn't tell you all. My mom's store, I opened her store. So, backstory, my mom had a store. I remember when I was telling you about Cornwall, and I told y'all we used to be in the same building, not really we, but like his establishment and my mom's business used to be in the same little building. It was one of those leasing buildings, right? They had people that wanted to buy out the place. It was basically like, we gave y'all, I think it was like 3 months. 3 months, it was like, hey, 3 months is up. Y'all got to get out of here. We selling to somebody else, a big company. So it was really devastating. It was a big reset for my mom. However, I went upstairs and I'm talking to them and they like, yeah, I'm sorry that y'all have to move this, that, and the other. And I was like, they gonna come for your next. Like, you don't know business people. When they take a little piece of the pie, you better pray they not greedy because they gonna want the whole little shebang. So, like, you have to know who you're dealing with. You get what I'm saying? So, and I was like, for them to do some stuff like this just shows you how greedy management is. Now, mind you, the person who my mom was originally in business with, he apparently had gave the establishment to his son-in-law, and his son-in-law was running the establishment. Technically, he gave it to his daughter, but his daughter let the son-in-law, her husband, run it for her. I guess that's what the rumor around town was. So he's the one that sold it to the corporation, thinking like, you know what I'm saying? I can make more money or whatever the case may be. I don't know who his advising team was. And then it was a matter of like, boom, you should get your store running online, blase, 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 blase. Had that whole set of links in the description. You see everything description. Yeah. Yeah. Go look through there. Go look through that inventory. Obviously, it's not everything. There's more to come. But in the world of business, they don't shun you for growth. You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't shun you for growth. Just do it like Nike. Literally, just do it. You don't have to be perfect, and and that's my thing because I'm a perfectionist, and there's a lot of times where I wouldn't have got as far as I am right now if I waited for the perfect moment. I just did it. Then to top it off, tell me why when I was on my way to Giddy for like a Thursday party, you know, the Uber pissed me off because I ordered my Uber, right? Mind you, I got there around like 1:30. I'm not gonna hold you. So I got there around 1:30 and I was type irritated with whatever, because I had ordered my Uber and my Uber was supposed to come get me. He's over here, he was 3 minutes away, right? Next thing you know, he gets to like moving and going in the opposite direction. That's not where I live. Why are you over there? Literally, why are you over there right now? So he just kept doing a whole bunch of moving, and it's like, you either a new driver or you playing in my face right now. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell which one because I've had Uber drivers who they don't know how to read the GPS. I don't know how. Beats me. It's giving. I'm new to the country, and I understand people got to make their money how they make their money, but I don't think Uber is the first thing you should do when you enter the country. Get to know the street a little more. Because nothing's going to irritate your customers more than you know what I'm saying? I was trying to get out of there. I'm already running late. And here you are over here lost. I canceled on him, got another ride. It took me about roughly 20 some minutes to actually like get out the crib. And I was already ready. That's how I pissed me off. Because I was already ready. 12:30, 12:40, I was ready. Because by the time I figured out that first driver was on BS, enough time had already went by. Because I tried to like give him grace. Couldn't go to Giddy Fest, but I expect them to do it next year. So you shall see me next year, unless you know what I'm saying? Unless a series of unfortunate events happen, because that's the story of my life. I was going to do a get ready with me to go, but I didn't get ready in time to be able to do a get ready with me. So boom, I had went to the Liberian Independence Day Parade. First off, my commentary on that. I would like to say I didn't like the food vendors. No offense to them. I wasn't mad that the food vendors were there. It was just more so like, if this is supposed to be a Liberian Independence Day Parade, why weren't there as much Liberian food? Like, it wasn't giving Liberian culture food, and I think the whole point of a parade, especially when we're acknowledging a culture, and it doesn't even have to be Liberian, like the Mexican parade, but nonetheless, all in itself, like it should be the parade or like the food vendors should complement the culture. That's all I'm saying. And then it's a matter of like, did you need licensing? I'm assuming that you would need certain credentials to be a vendor there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a public event, you need certain credentials. However, it pertains to like heads up. I don't know the time frame on the heads up that people have concerning the event, right? And I said that because if people had not a nice time to get their licensing and everything and all their qualifications and they just didn't do it, then that speaks on them because nobody's going to hold your hand through all of this. However, if they didn't have enough time, I think we should start like advertising at least 6 months, give it 6 months, because sometimes when you're doing filing and stuff can get backed up. And sometimes it's not always a smooth process. Speak to someone, you know what I'm saying? I understand. The process sometimes isn't always smooth, and you got to jump through several other loops and hoops that you weren't expecting to jump through to get qualifications. So, boom. With that being said, that was not only like crazy commentary. Then to top it off, when they left the event, the park was looking crazy. There was trash all over. I know they probably had a lot of committees. A cleanup committee, I hope, was one of them. Or hopefully they paid a cleanup crew to come by to clean up. Or maybe they had it arranged with the city that, you know what I'm saying, we would clean up this, that, and the other. I don't really know the arrangement. As someone who attended the event, there wasn't a lot of trash cans. That's what I'm saying. The event in itself was nice. These are just a few commentaries I would work on for next year. They didn't have a lot of trash cans. So, and the thing is, trash cans don't really have to be trash cans. Like, you guys can go to Walmart and get those big, like, long containers. Walmart has it. I'm pretty sure it's not more than, like, what, $10? Probably more than $10. But I don't think it should be more than $30. You know what I'm saying? Like those tour bins, they have tour bins, like the round, slender ones. Or you can go to Menards and get them. But I just think they didn't, I know they didn't have a lot of trash cans because I was at the event. I had to walk a certain distance to get to a trash can. And then when I was at the trash can was filled. A lot of the time, some of the trash can was overflowing. So trash cans, we really need to look into trash cans for next year. Trash cans or something, you know what I'm saying? Something. Because at this point, that was just a problem. That was a big problem. So, boom. I go to this one vendor, right? Because it said, I'm not going to say the vendor's name because I don't want to like mess up their business. However, I hate, and this is why I don't eat at African kobo shops. We call it kobo shops. But yeah, so I don't eat at kobo shops for this exact reason because I hate when I go to like a kobo shop and like they'll be selling Liberian food and the person cooking it or the person who owns the establishment isn't Liberian. That actually irritates my soul because that's false advertisement. I don't like when people do that. And it's not just for my culture, it's for a lot of other cultures. Like with my Hispanic friends, my Hispanic friends are really the ones who really kicked off the ball because I remember I used to like go to Hispanic places and my friends would be like, that's not really good Mexican food. Like they would put me on game. Like, no, don't go there, go here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people coming into other people's culture and then messing up people's taste of what that culture should be. I don't like that. I don't like that because like I remember one time I was in high school and this boy, he was eating cassava leaf and he loves cassava leaf. You know, he tips over he loves cassava leaf. And this, that, and the other, and he comes up and he's just like, oh, this is one food place, and he's talking about the cocoa shop. He's like, yeah, they make the best cassava leaf, this, that, and the other. And he like bought it one day. Mind you, he was like a football player. Yeah, because I was a football manager. Mind you, he knows I'm Liberian, right? So just by the smell, I knew that wasn't really cassava leaf. Just by the smell alone. And then I told him no. Then I asked him how much he paid for the plate. Some absurd price, and he only had like 2 pieces of meat in there. That's wild as hell to me. That is wild. They ripped you off. Where's the meat? They gave you nothing but soup. It was a hot mess. I still would have to say this. There was some lady, and I don't know if she owned it. Who really owns it? I don't really know. But she was like the head honcho of like running stuff, right? Y'all, we ordered shish kebabs. First of all, $15 for 2 sticks of shish kebab is wild. And the shish kebab only had 3 pieces on it. Literally 3 to 4 meats on the stick. Obviously, like the vegetables in between. $15. Oh, okay. I mean, get it how you live. The only reason I really even like got it is because it was suya. If you're not understanding African culture, suya is spicy dry rub. So y'all know how like I got dry rub in the States? Yeah, suya is spicy dry rub. You are. So I hadn't had suya in a hot minute. So the fact that it was suya, just kebab, that you couldn't tell me nothing. So boom, I sit here and I purchase the suya bobs. You know what I'm saying? We get the suya bobs. I'm gonna breathe. We get the suya bobs, and I'm eating the shish kebab. I'm eating the meat because obviously the shish kebab is the whole thing. So I'm eating the meat, and y'all, why in the world? This pissed me. And I know she wasn't Liberian because I'm gonna tell you how I knew she wasn't really fully Liberian. And she is Liberian. She's half Liberian she's not like she's not well tapped in with her roots anymore, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all if I knew why I said what I said, because I don't just say what I say without testing my theories. So boom, I'm eating the suya bob. Y'all, I'm eating it and there's sugar. I'm chewing. I'm with my cousin, his girlfriend, her friend. Y'all, why in the world? I'm tasting it. Everybody's looking at each other. And I was like, is it just me or is there sugar in this? It tastes sweet. And my cousin's girlfriend was like, sugar. So she gets to taste it too. Y'all, I wasn't tripping. The lady put sugar in the suya. The suya, like I told y'all, it is dry rub. You don't put sugar. Nowhere does sugar go in suya. Who told you sugar and suya go together? Don't maybe that's or not. Maybe still best. So boom, I go ahead. I threw it away. I don't want it. And then that's what pissed me off. My problem, like I said, is not. I don't really. Sometimes I be acting cheap. But my thing is like, cool. Your price was your price, but then to top it off, your price was your price, and the product is nasty. That's what pissed me off. Cool. We paying $15 for 2 shit. I don't care. I care, but I don't really care like that because you know what I'm saying. Like, it is what it is. We're here now. But the fact that you disrespected the culture by putting sugar in it, that you must be dealt with. So we standing in line, right? Mind you, why they didn't, it would have been smarter to me to like pre-cook everything. I just think as it pertains to Steve, I don't know if this was their first like festival, parade, what selling to outside or okay, I don't know if it was their first time selling to the public outside of their restaurant because I assume they had a restaurant because they had like the tent with their logo and stuff on it. So I assume you already have an establishment. I'm feeling like it's their first time selling outside because they cooking everything right in front of us. That's cute and all. Not when you have a whole line. You have a long line of people waiting for food. And all of us, obviously, we see the suya. We're thinking it's suya, serious suya, not just any suya. Suya straight from the motherland. Or damn near close to it. You know what I'm saying? So we in line for the suya. we all in line for the suya. So, y'all, they had a small grill. I don't think it's best for you to sit here, and I'm going to end off by saying this. I don't think it's best to sit here and have people wait in this line for we was waiting for more than 30 minutes. That's wild. Why is we waiting for more than 30 minutes? You should at least pre-prep it and then like warmed it up. You get what I'm saying? Prep, warm up, it'll still be fresh. Or like half cook it so it doesn't have to cook the whole minute. Literally, she's grilling as people are ordering. What are you doing? So now we all waiting, only to be disappointed because the food isn't really how the food's supposed to taste. The suya isn't really suya. So besides the fact that suya isn't really suya, people want water because it's hot. If you've never been to Liberia, Liberian Independence Day was a nice, welcome example of how it's like in Africa. It's not really, it's even more hot, but it depends on what season you go. Because there's rain season. Rain season is a little more cooler because obviously it's rain season. It's cold for the people in Africa, but the Americans, great time to go because it's not as hot. But if you go during dry season, you only have so boom. I go ahead and this little girl was trying to get water, right? So if you're Liberian, you know, like just because someone says fine ball or fanget doesn't necessarily mean like they like you. It's just like it's like saying hey you, excuse me, except it's a compliment while trying to get your attention. Like you're semi decent to look at, you're attractive. You don't say hey, fanget and the person's ugly. Or you can, just to be nice. But typically, like, you don't say that when the person's not semi-attractive. And it wasn't even me, like, trying to flirt with them. So we waited in line. I'm thinking, like, they full on Liberian. So, obviously, like, if you watch my Cookie Monster video, I explain why I don't really talk to my accent like that. like I told you, don't like people be overly fetishizing things. I almost got the shirt again because bitch, you all over the place. Such a little girl wants water. I said, if I'm going, they leg out on water. Hey, crickets, crickets, crickets. Didn't understand nothing. Went one ear out the other. He looked at me though. He was definitely staring, but didn't move to like come over to like, oh, this is the price of water or to collect her money. None of that. So all in all in itself, we waited. They're just standing there. He turns around, he starts doing whatever he needs to do, I guess. Disregarding that I just told him that this little girl wants the water. Mind you, I don't know the little girl, but she had been waiting there for a hot minute. And because she had been waiting there, I asked, I said, what did you want? She said, water. There's no need for me to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to have to wait as long as we are waiting just for some water. At this point, we were next. You can bring us some water. Get your water. So I tried to get his attention because obviously she's been here for a minute. You haven't even addressed her. So boom, he looking at me, turns back around, do what he need to do. Your little girl took the water and left. She ain't leave the money, no nothing. She just took the water and left. People started taking their water and going, not paying for it. I could easily be like, oh, they've been taking your stuff. At no point that they've been taking your stuff. Because we, like, not just me, but several other people try to get your attention numerous times concerning this water issue. People trying to buy from you, and you don't have the proper staff to maintain all of this. That's what I'm saying. I think this is their first rodeo when it comes down to like going to like events. And mind you, there was a little boy on his phone. The little boy that's on his phone can sit here, be on his phone by the water. Somebody needs to pay attention to water. One person's on the grill, somebody's taking orders, and he's not really taking orders. Like, and the lady who's supposed to be in charge is running around all over. The person who I said, hey, fine, go to, he's just sitting there being pretty. A pretty prissy princess. Not doing a damn thing, lifting a finger. He helping moving things, but the bare minimum. You could tell he's just there to, like, be a pretty bitch. Throw it away. Throw them away. Throw everybody away. But all in all, that was that time we went out. That was really it. And then we did end up going to, let me actually like start making my way over there before. So, boom, we did end up after the parade and after we went to the park for like the whole food and like festivities. We did end up going to one of the parks because if you don't know Liberian people don't know how to just party and just call it quits. There's an after party and an after party after the after party and an after party after the after party. If you leave it up to Liberians, they will party until the next morning. I promise you. If you let them, they will party until the next morning. So boom, I go ahead and we go to the park. We go to this other park where everybody else was at, and one of my brother's friend's mom had made some dry rice. I remember I told my friend one time, I was like, I'm about to eat dry rice. And he was like, you about to eat just dry rice? No, it's called dry rice because a lot of Liberian food is made with soup. And this doesn't come with soup. It's just rice. With other things, but it's just plain rice. So therefore the name is dry rice. Just dry rice, but dry rice. So boom. She had dry rice with some chicken and stuff like that. So for the most part, like boom, it was nice actually like eating Liberian food at Liberia. You know what I'm saying? Like going to Liberian parade. It's actually nice that I can eat Liberian food type stuff. So yeah. All in all, so that was that. And man, what did y'all talk about right now? Confirm. That all in all, stuff, that was that. That was that event. That was everything. And yeah. After that, there was a whole bunch of other stuff, but you all went home because at this point, you're all playing. Why is we still? You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff to do. You'll always want to do something. Everybody needs to go home and sleep. But I'm gonna talk to you later. I need to go put on my earrings, put on my socks. Oh, I forgot to show you my shoes. Hold on, these are my shoes. Aren't they so cute? And that's what really helped me with packing because, I only needed to put one pair on. I only really needed to pack one pair of everything. So that was a plus. And